Okay, so for the next query, I have to add an actor named Samuel L. Jackson into the array of movies. And to do this, I use db.movies.update the title, which is Pulp Fiction. And I use $push to push the name into the actors array. If I was to use $set, it would just overwrite all the names of the actors I already have. So you don't want to overwrite it, you want to add it in, so that's why I used push. Here you can see that it has been pushed, and if I look at my array, it's showing me all the other names as well as the new one I inserted. Next section is text search. So the first query is to find all the movies that have a synopsis that contains the word Bilbo. So it's the same as before, db.movies.find synopsis, but this time we have like / the name and then /. So this will return all the synopses that contain this. It doesn't have to be at the beginning or at the end. So anywhere the synopsis has this word, the results should include it. So as you can see, if I execute this query, it's every time in synopsis it contains this word, it's gonna show me, so we get 3 results. Next query is exactly the same, but this time we're looking for Gandalf. And the result of this query, it's only giving me 1 result, where the synopsis is equal to Gandalf. So it contains this word. So the third query is a little bit different. We have to look for synopsis that contains the word Bilbo and not the word Gandalf. So here again, I'm using and to make sure that both of these statements are true for the results I get. And so you don't want it to equal to Gandalf, so you use not. And you do want it equal to Bilbo, so you just do this the same as before. So the result of this query here, you can see it's only giving me Bilbo, it's not giving me any synopsis that contains Gandalf. Next query is kind of the same, but a little bit different. So this time it's or. So if the word is dwarves or hobbit, you want to see all the synopses. So instead of the and, we just change it with an or and then the words that we're looking for. So anytime it's equal to, the synopsis is equal to dwarves, or anytime the synopsis is equal to hobbit, it gives me 2 results for this. So you can see my result contains hobbit, and in this one it contains dwarves. The 5th query is exactly the same. This time we're changing it with an and we're looking for 2 different words, so gold and dragon. So you can see in my synopsis here, it does contain the word gold and it does contain the word dragon. So for the 6th section, I have to delete the documents. So for the deletion of this movie, the only thing you have to do is db.movies.remove, and so this is the same as delete from in Postgres. So I specified the field, so from the title I want to remove this movie. So you can see that when I executed this query, it told me that it has removed, and just to make sure it does, I typed the title in again, and as you can see, it gave me no results back. Next query, we did the same thing, so we deleted the movie Avatar, just use db.movies.remove, and then just change the title to Avatar. So you can see when I executed this query, it told me that it has removed, and if I search for this, it gives me no results, so it does tell me that it has removed. So section 7 is about relationships. So in this section, I am actually creating 3 new collections, so users, posts, and also comments. So again, same as before, to create a collection users, I am going to insert the data. So this will create the collection users, and I specified the fields and the values to store inside. And here you can see that it has inserted both of my queries. Next part, I created a posts collection by doing db.movies.insert, and again I specified all the fields with their corresponding values. And here you can see that my queries have been successful and it has inserted. Third collection is the comments collection. So again, I'm doing the same thing with the insert, but this time for the post. So the post ID is the ID of the object ID, where it was equal to borrow something. Yeah, so for each one of these, your post ID is going to be the object ID. So for different titles, so when the title is equal to fork your repo on GitHub, or passes out a party, or reports a bug in your code. So these are all my inserts for the comments table. And here for my output, it's telling me that I successfully inserted all of these. So section 8 is all about querying the related collection. First thing is just to find all the users, so we're going to look for in the users collection, db.users.find. The results telling me that there's 2 users, good guy Greg and scumbag Steve. Next is to find all the posts, so it's db.posts .find. And then here you can see the ID, username, title, body for all of the posts. So next to find all the posts that were authorized by good guy Greg, and one after that, so for scumbag Steve, it's the same query but just with 2 different usernames. So for good guy Greg, you can see every time it's his username, all the results for him, and then for scumbag Steve, every time the username is scumbag Steve, we get these results. Next is to find all the comments, so it's the same, but this time we're querying the comments collection. So it's telling me all the ID, username, comments, and posts that are included in this collection. So the next 2 queries are about finding all the comments that were authorized by good guy Greg in this query, and then scumbag Steve in the next one. So again, it's returning all the queries every time the username is equal to good guy Greg, and in the next query it's returning all the queries where the username is equal to scumbag Steve.